I do a lot of stand-up gigs.
More than I would like to see a ladder
Ooh.
on a board, like a yearly turnaround for how many gigs
I did 18 last week in the comedy festival.
And what do you reckon you do across a year?
No, don't know. 4 or 5 a week probably averages out to be.
So that's how many weeks in the year? 50?
53.
53.
250?
Wow.
250? Anyway, I was doing a gig around here at the East Ivanhoe Bowling Club, which is a posher area, you'd have to say.
Yep.
And they've got the boulevard where they have the Christmas lights.
Yeah, I've walked around there.
Yeah, it's nice. And they got Christmas lights during Christmas.
Yep.
And I always remember my skin specialist, Rosemary, she said she lived on the boulevard, and that when they moved in, they didn't know about this whole Christmas lights thing.
Oh, so they...
And then
one night,
all these lights, she's like, what's going on?
It's huge.
And she said some guy drove past in his car and yelled out, where are your lights?
Yeah.
When she was standing in the front lawn.
Yeah.
It's like... So I told that story when I was at East Ivanhoe Bowling Club.
Yeah.
And then some woman yells out, Rosemary's here.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic.
So Rosemary was there. And what do you reckon I said to her as my skin specialist? I said, she's seen parts of me that no one else here has seen.
And that would have got a big laugh.
And I did my mole map joke.
Oh, see, that's a great...
Remember you said the mole map, where should we start? I'm going to make a mole map. And I said, Jenny from Mulgrave. Classic. It's an O'Neill classic.
Oh, that is... When we...
Thank God I didn't slag her off. Imagine if I had a bad
Imagine you had
experience
slagged her off before you knew.
Oh, imagine that. That'd be awful.
Wouldn't it be awful?
That happened to me once.
No, hang on.
I slagged off a neighbour and he was there.
Well, you put that into Dave, the TV show.
Yeah, that happened too.
You slagged off a footballer, and then they said he's from around here, Dave.
No, his mum was there.
His mum was there, and they
Lance Whitnall's.
They threw Sims at you.
Yeah, the Carlton player. I went to his old club. I didn't know it was his old club, and his mum was there.
And you,
gee, that was bad.
Yeah. Anyway, and what was the other one?
No, this happened like 25 years ago when I was just started out in comedy. And it's a true story. So we would go to the pub across the road from our shared house, the Prince Pat Hotel, which you'd remember.
Yeah, Prince Pat, famous.
We used to go and see Mark Little there and the Found Objects.
Yeah.
And then Found Objects became Lana Woodley. And then I started comedy. I started performing there.
Yeah.
And it was a great pub. It's still open, actually. But there used to be a big comedy pub.
Yes.
Anyway, I don't know, we went over there and we did a gig and we met these local guys and they said, we live across the road. And I said, I live across the road. And he said, do you want to come back and have a drink?
Oh, yeah.
And I said, yeah, we'll come back to your house. So me and a few other comics or whatever went back to his house. And as he opened the door, he turned around and he said, I just want to get one thing straight. I'm not gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. So anyway, I just told that story because I thought it was really funny. It was just a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
And he was kind of mucking around. I mean, it was pretty obvious. Well, it wasn't obvious that none of us were actually gay.
Yeah.
But, anyway, so I told that story at the ESPY on stage, and I come backstage, and he's standing there.
And he heard it?
He was there with his mates. He goes, my mates reckon I should punch you out.
Oh!
I said, oh, man, come on. It was a funny story. He's like, yeah.
But hang on, why should he punch you out?
You know what? I think because of what I added onto it. I think I made a judgment about it. I can't actually remember the routine. I remember the setup, that bit, which would always get a laugh. And then I said to him, I can't remember what I can't.
Do you know the old joke?
No.
Should I save it till the end?
Yes.
And it's actually a long...
Yeah.
Have we told it on the podcast?
No, I'm not gay, but I think my boyfriend is.
No.
No, that's a classic.
Then what about
I think Dad used to say that.
Yeah, no, it's the...
No, save it for the end.
But I just want to make sure I haven't told it before. The one about Dave wanted to learn how to tell the future. Do you know that one?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll tell that one. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, Mel's just taking her plates away.
Yeah. Thanks, Mel.
Good on you, Mel. Anyway, let's have the music. We should have the music.
We're only at the start of the show.
Yeah.
God, because we've been doing it for ages.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast.
How come you always get to say welcome to the podcast? Why can't
You
I
say it.
Okay, okay.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Welcome to the podcast. See, you're much better at it than me. Yeah.
I'll mention it. I'm doing Newcastle on the 11th of May. I think I mentioned it last time.
You mentioned it last week.
I'm just getting worried. I haven't done much advertising.
And you also talked...
you're going to do the voiceover. Yeah. And Brisbane. I'm going to
I
Brisbane.
did the voiceover last week.
Yeah,
if you listened in last week, I did the voiceover, which was, I thought, fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, can we congratulate ourselves?
What on? 300 episodes.
Oh, yeah, I guess that.
Yeah.
No, but I listened to the show a couple of weeks ago, and
the bongo drum one,
that
Congo,
was
and
very funny.
it was funny.
It was very
I haven't
funny.
heard that one yet.
Yeah,
I don't listen a lot.
You're not.
I'm more Annabelle Crabb and Lee Sales. I was listening to that. That's very funny.
I do the news podcasts and I do the international.
Oh, they're
stuff.
more just chat.
Yeah, I keep up on international politics a lot.
Yeah, I'm obviously. I do the Dow Jones one.
Yeah,
you know, and like intense AFL chat.
Here's my point though: people love make believe. Not saying the segment on the show, but the idea, as we all know.
But that's why they love that show that you were involved in. Thank God you're here.
Yeah, they do.
That's just people making stuff
but
up.
But we were here pretending that you had bongo drums. And when it first started, I don't know if you haven't heard it. When you hear it, it actually sounds like you can really play.
Oh, I can.
And we were...
Don't ruin the magic.
Well, we are completely honest about this show. And it was just very funny. And then I stood on the table and then got hit in the head with a fan.
Overhead fan.
Overhead fan, yeah. That wasn't as funny as you going, geez, I'm pretty good. That was funny.
Pretty good.
Yeah, anyway. I know that's indulgent, but I don't care.
That's all right.
I don't care.
You got to appreciate
your own stuff. If you haven't heard it, go back and listen. I think it was, it was Marlon Brando and Congos.
Yeah. Marlon Brando. Well, we should get this week's topics.
Which are, what are they?
What are they, Sam?
Hills, hoists and Japanese submarines in Sydney Harbour.
Ooh. Yeah. You know, I've got a Hills hoist.
And hello.
You don't have one.
No, hang on a second. Just before we get there. I made the observation last week. I said we talk a lot about food and we talk a lot about war. And we've had 2 wars in it.
We've got to lay off the war stuff.
Sam is obsessed with war.
What
were you going to say?
I've got a Hills hoist. Love it.
You love it.
Well, we had to have it put in the backyard.
What?
Because the builder said, oh, everyone wants to get rid of those these days. He goes, the other house I'm doing, they want to get rid of theirs. And I said, we'll have it. And so he put in our backyard. It's been great. The Hills hoist. Oh, yeah.
Australian invention.
South Australian. In Adelaide.
By a bloke called Hill.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Adelaide.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
I don't know. But with backyards not being what they are, people don't want them anymore, apparently.
Well, they're unsightly.
No, they look great.
Oh, you think you're trying to be hip? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's retro, man.
Yeah, you got one of those old kitchen tables too, have you? You're drinking out of old, annoying cups, are you?
No.
Yeah.
No, not the functional stuff. No.
Yeah.
Hey, I love a plastic straw. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you're
I went somewhere the other day that had plastic straws. Gee, it was good. It was refreshing. Plastic straws.
But they're not good.
You can't say, oh, yeah, I know they're not good. But they're good to drink through.
But I use those earbuds things.
What are they? That's like drink through?
You know, the things you're putting you in.
Oh, yeah, they're not
and
good.
And they're not good for the environment because they're one-use things.
Yeah.
And Victoria recently changed from plastic to paper.
I couldn't believe this shop had plastic straws. Maybe I was in Queensland. Where I was. I was just amazed they had plastic straws. No, I think you can use up your supplies of what you've got, but now it's all paper straws.
See, the paper straw, if once it flattens out,
no good.
It's done. Finished. You kink it out a bit and you go, here we go again. You go, nah.
I'm all for the environment, but, if I was in Greenpeace, I'd say, let's save the planet. Let's save the whales. But one thing we should keep, plastic straws. Who's with me?
Oh, we're going to get feedback on this.
Yeah, but all the hippies.
You're going to be taken down for
when
this.
you're drinking your smoothie, you hippie. Well, come on.
What
paper straw.
One straw gets into one dolphin's blowhole.
Well, you know what's also bad? I read a thing in the paper that the dog died choked on one of those little soy sauce fish things. They're bad too, but the soy sauce fish.
Oh, they're essential.
Essential. Absolutely essential. Okay, I'll put that in my Greenpeace speech. Plastic straws and the little soy sauce things. Who's with me?
The earbuds. What can we have? Earbuds.
Earbuds for Glenn Robbins. Who's with me?
Yeah.
It's 3 things.
Yeah.
And we will save the planet, but we will keep plastic straws, earbud things for Glenn.
We're going to get there's going to be an article about us
being I don't
bad.
Think so.
We are bad for the environment.
I think people secretly agree. I got a good read of the people.
They will go, if you've not heard Somehow Related, it's too out-of-date old
It'll
men.
be like the Arj Barker baby controversy from a couple of weeks ago.
Didn't that blow up?
Yeah, it was ridiculous because...
shit happens.
And also, why would you bring a baby to... People bring babies to my comedy shows.
Yeah.
And generally what happens, I'm fine with it. But if they start arcing up, they generally take it to the foyer, which is what any parent would do, man or woman.
If you do anything in the audience that can throw you off what you're trying to do,
yeah.
I hate it when I look out into the audience and I see a little red light. I go,
no, they're on their phone.
They're on their phone or they're filming you. You go, don't do that.
People rustling.
But if something is making a noise, you go, you know what? It's probably best if they leave.
Well, I've taken small children when my kids were little to things, and if they start to arc up, you just take them outside.
Well, my dad used to when he would go to a wedding with me in the bassinet, he would intentionally pull my hair. I'd start crying. He'd take me outside and he'd listen to the football, so he could listen to the football. He'd go, "Don't worry about it, Gwen. I'll take him outside."
Speaking of funny Herald Sun Daily Mail headlines, there we go. There we have it.
Didn't pull my hair, but he did something to make me cry, and then go,
"Pinch you.
I'll take care of him." And go out.
Bloody babies. Gotta go.
And then sit out in the car, listen to the football.
Dad's a genius.
That's very smart.
I'd have a drink with a plastic straw.
Yeah, let's be honest. One wedding, they're all the same.
It's not his kid.
Yeah, whatever.
Some cousin.
Yeah.
Hills Hoist, very handy. Also, we've got a display one, which was used to advertise the Hills Hoist in shops.
You think it's a special one?
It's a little like a toy one, but it's fantastic.
Well, hang on, what's the point of that?
No, they were used in hardware shops to sell the Hills Hoist to housewives and husbands in the 60s or whatever.
How big is it?
It's about as big as, what am I doing? Like a big bear hug kind of big, like a big
bear hug.
Like what am I
about as big as
a
4-seater table.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you use it for, but
your little clothes.
Yeah, Dolly's clothes. Yeah, Kieran sometimes hangs stuff to dry on it. Like little like face washers you could hang on it.
Are Hills Hoists made from old water pipes?
No, they were salvaged pipes originally. Now they're not.
Now,
I don't even know if they still make. Do they still make a Hills Hoist?
I don't think that would, because I know.
Don't speak about them like that.
At my place, Bayside, we've got one of those pull-out ones.
Oh yeah.
Well, don't pull a face. What's so clever about Hills Hoist that's better out of the pull?
Well, I suppose the pull of the wall ones, you can just put it back in the wall. But do you reckon anyone ever puts it back in the wall? They just leave it out. You just leave it out.
Mine's a fold-up one. It goes up. It goes back into the fence.
And do you use that?
No, never.
Yeah.
We do all the drying. I went to Kmart and bought one of those racks.
Yeah.
Do it all inside. Put it near the heater.
How European of you. That's what European people do.
Why is it? You do know? You don't do any drying inside.
Yeah, we do a bit. Yeah,
just put it near the window.
You know, in America, in some parts of America, you can't dry clothes outside.
Why?
It's against the council laws because they see it as
it's unsightly.
Yeah, unsightly.
Oh, some apartments you go past, they throw things over the balcony. Not a good look.
And you can't. Yeah, and when you stay in a posh hotel, you can't hang things out the window.
I must admit, at our place, I do admit that it looks like a Chinese wash house when we've got stuff draped everywhere. Because you put stuff outside, and I don't know, it doesn't. Birds shit on it.
Yeah, I know birds shit on it, but it gets a better dry outside. You can't tell me that my Hills Hoist is doing a lesser job than your clothes rack inside. My Hills Hoist drying is better than your clothes rack.
Are you?
Easy.
What sort of peg guy are you?
Oh, we've got metal pegs and plastic pegs.
You got two metal pegs. You got metal pegs and plastic. And because I find with the pegs, squeeze, and then comes the day and they go ha ha, and they go crack, and they
plastic ones do that.
They laugh at you.
Yeah,
they go
Plastic ones deteriorate.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you get around this? Nice shirt. Where do you peg the nice shirt so they get peg marks in the shoulders?
Hang it on a clothes.
Oh, you got
hang it on a hanger.
Everything. You're incredible.
Put it on the line.
What are you doing? 2 socks per peg or one sock, one
sock
peg?
Each peg. But sometimes when you're running out of pegs, you put, like T-shirt to T-shirt, you use the same peg.
Double up.
Double up.
What about underpants? 1 peg?
2 pegs.
2 pegs.
Oh, I'm big.
Luxury. Yeah.
I'm not a midget. I'm not a 10-year-old's undies can go up by themselves.
You can just flap it over and put 1 peg in the middle.
Yeah, it doesn't dry properly.
Yeah. So then you go out when you take them off. Are you lazy? Do you pull them off? Or do you...
No, I don't pull them off.
Oh, that's okay.
Also, one of my kids does this, takes all the pegs off and puts them back in the peg basket.
What's wrong with that?
No, I don't like that. Leave them on the line so it's easier for me when I go back out there. That's probably better for the pegs, though, to get them off the line and put them in the basket.
So you go unpeg, pull off, hanging off, and then do you fold at that point, or you wait inside until you fold?
Good question. It's a very good question. I often do fold into the basket, but sometimes I'm too busy. I just got to chuck it all in and put it inside before it rains. How's that when it starts raining? Get it quick! Someone get the washing of the line.
Get home.
Come on. And there is nothing, okay, there's two things that are really bad about washing. You've already mentioned a bird poo. That's always annoying. Number two, the big one, tissue in the wash. Oh,
I did that. I've done that twice.
Heartbreaking.
And if it's anything near black or anything. And then I just go, oh, my God. And I don't tell Selena. And then I just run it through a cycle because I know.
It just ruins your day.
It does ruin your day. I've had to.
And then you get to the source of the tissue.
Yeah.
And it's like this sauce. You're like, I found ground zero of the tissue.
I'm there like light on, glasses on, forensic, lay it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where'd it come from?
Yeah. No, meaning I found the item and it's covered in tissue.
Yeah.
You got to go one by one by one. And sometimes it's one by one by one by one by one
terrible.
by one.
Also, when you're doing like a mixed wash with your kids or whoever, you're like, who didn't take the tissue? You want to blame someone.
Yeah.
You really want to blame someone.
Yeah.
Bird shit, you're like, well, that's just a bird.
Well, that's par for the course. That's going to happen from time to time. And the benefits probably outweigh the bird shit. But yeah, tissue, and you go, what? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hills Hoist. What a great invention. Japanese submarine attack on Sydney Harbour. That was World War II, wasn't it?
1942.
Two or three subs got in.
I think 2 or 3.
Mini
was
subs?
it 5? And was it 5?
Mini subs, weren't they?
Mini subs. What's the subway? Do they have big ones and small ones?
Submarines.
No, rolls you can buy.
yeah, 8 foot, 6 foot, whatever, 4 foot.
Because they had big ones and small
2
ones?
Foot. Yeah, they have small ones.
So let's just say that your standard subway roll.
You know what? As a lover of takeaway food, I don't love Subway.
Look, we're allowed to have an opinion about it. We're not
good.
defaming them. We're just saying, I don't like them either.
Yeah, but what if they
There's a smell when you go
want to do
in
a big ad campaign with us and they go back through our things and they say, well, hang on, they don't even like Subway. You know what? I think the fillings are all right.
But what we would do, we'd go, we didn't used to, but now we do.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're right. There's little bread. I think there's little rolls and big rolls.
Yeah.
There's
So this was like a little roll. This would be about as
little
big sub about the size of a hot dog roll, as opposed to a Subway roll, which is a big sub. I'm just trying to paint a picture for you.
Yeah, and these little submarines would fit 2 or 3 people probably.
Yes,
in it.
and I believe one of them got caught in a net or something.
Well, this is the thing. The Sydney Harbour had a lot of
protective.
Yeah.
Well, there would have been things floating around in the. Because, I mean, to be able to get up Sydney Harbour, that is a massive threat. And they also fired some stuff from... Did they...
What
did they actually hit?
How big's the entrance to Sydney Harbour?
Oh, it's not very... I mean, it would be... It was only up because that's Watson's Bay.
You know.
Because I was only up there the other day, standing there.
Because the harbour's huge, but the actual entrance isn't that big? Or?
No, it's not that big. And it's probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 1.5 kilometres, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's over there. I mean, if I yelled, you wouldn't hear me from the other side. But it's not that far. It's just over there.
How big's the entrance to Port Phillip Bay? Bigger?
Well, you can swim across that.
Oh.
That's not very...
very big either?
No.
Western Port? That's bigger. It's bigger. I don't know why I'm asking you about entrances to bays. I just always remember when I went on some show and Kerry-Anne Kenley was sitting next to me and she wanted to do a joke about close to the entrance, but she wanted me to do the dirty punchline.
Yeah, I know. Don't you?
And then she looked at me and she said, I don't want to do the dirty punchline. It's not good for my image. She goes, you do it. I said, oh, really? And so she did some joke and then I had to say, yeah, because she was close to the entrance or, it's an old joke.
No wonder they threw her out of... I want to be a celebrity. I want to get me out of here because she probably didn't. You know what? She didn't want to eat. There you go. She didn't want to eat the.
Oh, that's right.
The food.
Yes.
So in other words, she's going.
And
like
someone
you
called
had to
her,
do a joke.
called her the
She got
C
someone else to eat the bad food. They need to be called out on it.
Anyway, no, this is the thing that people don't know, or they may know. They had things in place to try and stop this kind of.
And we got one of them, but they did get in, and didn't they hit a US ship that was in there? Having a bit of a stopover, Chicago or something. I mean, imagine how frightening that would be getting up the next day and going, oh, by the way, Japanese subs have been in Sydney Harbour. You go, it's the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Frightening.
It wouldn't be any good at all.
And having said that, do people in Japan listen to us?
We might have a few listeners in Japan.
Well, tough gig being in a tiny sub.
Oh, it's like a kamikaze pilot.
Yeah.
Oof.
Not that I'm condoning what they did.
No, you were a big fan of the Japanese in the war. You've told me that before.
I've been on a sub. You've been in a sub? I did a gig.
Oh, that's right.
I know. I'm an expert. I did a gig at the Hayman Island sub that has a restaurant in it. And people
I don't think that's there anymore.
Oh, probably sunk. I did a gig. I did a hosted a show, and they put on a show outside. People wearing dinner suits, pretending to eat dinner in the water. It wasn't great.
Did it have music that went along with?
And you got to be honest, I wasn't great either. And it's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done. Worst gigs. I traumatised by it.
Remember Caribbean? Yeah, you've mentioned it before. Remember Caribbean Gardens?
That was a submarine too.
They had a submarine there, but it didn't go underwater. They just used to spray a garden hose on the windows. Keith, get the garden hose out.
Wasn't there? I hate to say it, but wasn't there a tragedy recently where some people went into a submarine and it got lost under the sea because it exploded?
No, yeah, that was a homemade sub. Those guys made that homemade sub where they had the PlayStation as the controller.
No, was it really?
Yeah.
And it got down to a certain and it was bang and gone.
Yeah, they were looking for the Titanic or something, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a submarine. It's a submersible.
So don't mix them up. Okay.
It's not a submarine. It's like a homemade. Not homemade, but like.
They made it out of saucepans and old
kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible. But it was some entrepreneur, and then
he had a lot of money. And he wanted to go down and okay.
Have a look.
I think they found back in 2006, which isn't that long ago. They found one of the subs near the northern beaches of Sydney.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now,
wow.
If that was the case, you would imagine that's in a museum somewhere.
Yeah.
Give us a call. Give us a call.
1300 222 774.
If you know of one, because I believe back in 2006 they were found.
Anyway. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which is really interesting because you get to see. I'd love to see that little sub.
Well, in terms of the Japanese invasion of Australia, that didn't really happen. There was the bombing of Darwin, and then there were the subs in Sydney Harbour. I think that's it. Did they have a crack at Brisbane, maybe? Was there a sub in Brisbane?
I don't know.
They probably got off and enjoyed the Gold Coast.
They probably did.
Dreamworld.
They probably did. Probably a nice time.
Schoolies kicked in.
Yeah. It was kick around. They probably, went to Noosa. Would Noosa have been there then?
Yeah. Noosa. I was in. Oh, hang on, Noosa. No, see, Byron Bay would have been a whaling station in the 40s.
Yeah,
that would have been a bit ugly.
Yeah,
but the Goldie would have been beautiful. Imagine the Gold Coast in the 40s.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mermaid Beach. No high rise.
Yep.
Just blokes in thongs. What do you blokes want? What are you doing up here? You're welcome to Queensland, mate. Dreamworld hadn't been built yet. Big Pineapple might have been around, though.
Well, they'd enjoy that, yeah.
Nambour. How terrifying that for people imagine North Sydney now. It's kind of posh now, isn't it, all around the harbour? Imagine getting subs in there now.
That's just...
You know what your first line of defence? Malcolm in his kayak.
He'd be good.
Turnbull.
He'd just tap on...
You're not welcome.
He'd tap on the sub. Tink, tink, tink. No, not funny.
Malcolm Turnbull, former Prime Minister... I'll ring Joe, who was the defence minister under him, Joe Hockey or something. I'll ring Joe. It's not very good.
Movies about submarines.
Oh, Hunt for Red October?
Yes.
Red September? Red October?
Sean Connery? Why was that film infamous?
Sean Connery
was... a Scottish accent.
And he was a Russian sub.
How do you do Scottish accent?
It's not how we make porridge.
That's right.
That's not how we make porridge. That's
Stick
Scottish.
to the roads, don't go under the moors.
That's it. Yeah, just think of a movie or an ad.
Dust Boat.
Oh, yeah.
How good was Dust Boat?
German.
You know why it was good?
Why?
Sweaty guys. Not because they were guys, but they were sweaty.
Yeah.
Whereas most movies, they're all, But Dust Boat, very real.
Yeah.
Very, very...
That's been remade as a series.
Has it? Dust Boat. Very claustrophobic. Very powerful.
That's sort of all the submarine movies I know.
Well, there was a TV show probably before your time. Do you remember Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea?
Yeah, of course. That was Submarine, wasn't it?
Yeah. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. That was a half-hour submarine show. It was a bit like Star Trek in a sub.
Yeah. They were all kind of similar, weren't they?
Yeah, melodrama. I can't think of any others, really.
Well,
no.
Should we have some thinking music? Sub attack on Sydney Harbour and Hills
We could
Hoist.
have the speech from...
Hunt for Red October.
We
are proud Russians. Are you?
Yeah, and what's his Sam Neill was in that, and Sam put on a slight Russian accent, which was weird, but everyone else didn't.
Okay, let's pretend I'm a Russian.
Oh, I can't do that.
You're better accents than me. Vlad, we have to get the missile out and bomb the Sydney Harbour.
That's not a bomb.
Vlad, are you a spy from Scotland, perhaps? I think you might be.
You push the red button here, laddie. That's the way you make your nuclear reactor go off, laddie.
I think Billy Connolly has infiltrated the boat. Fucking submarines! What the fuck's going on with submarines? I was walking down the street. Billy Connolly met you one day, didn't he?
I became quite good friends with Billy Connolly.
You told me that. Yeah, that's amazing. Very similar to the time I became very good friends with Dave Hughes, but whatever. Let's not go on about it.
No, but the reason being, I was on the beach, Hamilton Island,
That's right.
and I was reading his biography.
And he was there.
It was sitting right next to me on the beach.
That's incredible.
And I was, leaning over, pointing at the book, going, "This really happened, this bit here?"
All right, let's have some thinking music. Well,
We could have that speech, or we could have a Hills
Hoist ad.
Is there a Hills Hoist ad?
It would be from the 50s or something, 60s, 70s. I'm a big fan of the Hills Hoist. I'm pro Hills Hoist, as opposed to you're anti Hills Hoist.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. Yeah.
Bet your mum had one.
Yeah, no.
I got a great photo.
We didn't talk about swinging on her.
Oh, swinging on it.
Did you ever swing on it?
Yeah, you bet.
And were you good? Did you swing in the middle a bit, or did you go on the end?
Go on there and Dad would get really angry.
You're
bloody!
You're
gonna ruin it!
Bugger up there,
Yeah, it buggers it up.
Yeah, throws it out of
Because
whack.
it goes up and down, and then if you do that too much, it won't go up and down anymore. It's one of the great attributes of the Hill. God, I should do ads for Hills Hoist.
Yeah, listen to you.
I'm doing Ladbrokes. I should be the Hills Hoist, voice of Hills Hoist.
If you do use the Hills Hoist, you're going to go out there, I don't know, today or tomorrow, you're going to think of us. And Dave, you're going to go out there and you go, I'm loving myself here.
I'm going to be the voice of Hills Hoist now.
Okay, go.
Hey, don't swing on me, kids. I'm here to hang washing up, all right? Okay, put the pegs back in. Why don't you help Mum out instead of being idiots?
Oh, g'day, I'm one of the pigs. I'm Peggy Pig. And this is little Slimmy Pig.
You've gone too far, mate, with the voice of the pegs. All right, let's get a Hills Hoist ad.
He told me to hang out the washing, so now it's ease up, easy, so easy with Hills.
You're supposed to take the washing out of the machines first, Bev. Even so, Tiny Bev Harold found it the easiest hoist she'll ever use.
It's a dream, this new easier wind-up action, and Hills to send a magic glides down without winding at all.
Oh, great ad. Now, what is your answer?
When the subs were coming into Sydney Harbour, they put the little telescopes up. Would little submarines have little telescopes?
Yeah, periscope.
Sorry, telescope. Sorry.
Periscope.
God, it's sad. So they have a little periscope because the big ones would go right above the water. Mm-hmm. Little one would go. And I reckon they've seen the Hills Hoists and they've thought to themselves, they're aerials, we're stuffed.
Oh, really? Look, I've got to declare that I actually know the answer because.
What do you mean? You know the answer.
Someone put this on Twitter and said this would be a good. David Collins. Thanks for this, David Collins. I've been stum about it with you, but I actually know because I couldn't help myself. He said a great somehow related is the Japanese sub attack and Hills Hoist, and I couldn't help myself. I looked it up, so I'm going to abstain.
Are you saying that you knew what the topics were before they?
Well, this one, yeah, this one. Yeah.
You could have blown
you out of the water.
No,
I chose not to.
We could have lose a lot of respect by you knowing what it is.
No, I just submitted to Sam, and I didn't know when Sam was going to bring it up.
Like that makes a difference. Do you feel like a fraud now?
I feel like a fraud because I'm going to abstain. I'm going to say I know what the answer is.
Okay, what is it?
Well, the answer is amazing.
We will still let Sam say it.
Thanks to David for sending this in to Sam.
Snake in the grass. The second Dave in 2 weeks to cut my lunch, steal my job, and have me so angry that I'm going to report you to the Podcast Association Board. The first Hills Hoist washing lines were made out of the tubing that caught Japanese subs in Sydney Harbour. After overhearing some neighbours talking about his device, Hill decided to go into business building and selling clotheslines. His first batch was made from tubing salvaged from under the Sydney Harbour Bridge, originally hung to catch enemy subs in World War II.
That is really good.
See, that's why I couldn't help myself. I had to look it up.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Be like the tribunal at the footy. I'll be there in my suit and tie, ill-fitting.
Sam wasn't happy.
I didn't realise what I was doing. I'm sorry, Sam. I'd had a few drinks. I was tired.
She's come down hard on you, but I got to say, I'm prepared to let you.
Thank you.
Not.
Okay, now you promised an old joke. That is an amazing one, though. That is, you know what? We had an amazing one last week with the crosswords and D-Day. This is up there.
Well, that's because of Sam and your friend.
Well, I don't know him, but yeah, David. Thanks, David.
Yeah, coming up with really good ones.
Now,
so if you get an idea for the show, what do you do? If someone else gets an idea for the show, do they ring you up?
No. People text me. It's social media, man.
They should text the.
Well, Sam's not on Facebook or Twitter.
If they want to send them in, they just send them To our Facebook thing.
Or Courtney, yeah. You find Courtney's email there on Facebook. Yeah, put it on the Facebook group.
Right,
Courtney,
okay.
Courtey and Sam will sort up.
But we won't see it.
No, we won't see it.
Okay,
I
getting
might
panicked.
see
I'm
it.
getting panicked. Don't lose integrity.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
anyway. Look, you know what? I can see it and choose not to look it up. On that instance, I looked it up. I am naughty. You know, I didn't hold it over you, did I? Anyway, look, we're going to move on. Whatever. Now,
Yeah, a little touchy for mine.
yeah. You'll find out that I know all the answers. He knew every fucking one of them.
It'll all come-
every single one.
That will come out. If that ever came out, that'd be after 300 episodes.
Yeah.
Deceived Robbins was her, and
Afraid of you looking sad
Yeah.
on the Herald Sun,
Yeah.
on the Daily
I
Mail
really
website.
thought it was all true.
I thought he was just new stuff, but turns out he knew all the answers.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would give us your old joke, but before that, I want to do Kerry Ann Kenley's joke.
Oh, okay, yeah,
All
sure.
right? Yeah,
sure.
because the girl was wearing the Gosford skirt because they're very short and they're just below the entrance. Shit house. Because for anyone that doesn't know the geography of the south, what's that Central Coast? Gosford is close to the entrance.
Yeah,
Anyway, there we go.
Yeah, so
all right.
earlier on in the show, if you've only just tuned in,
Well, no, it's just tuned in.
they might have just tuned in.
Yeah, I told
That's
that
what
story, and
Yeah.
you said I'll do this joke, and so what's the joke?
Okay, it's turn off now. It's rude.
Okay, it's rude. Okay, kids.
So you have to do it in terms of someone. Okay, Dave was down
Say
the
about
pub,
me. Yeah.
and he met a guy, and the guy could tell the future.
Oh, that's right. He could tell the future.
Yeah. And the guy goes, would you like to learn? And Dave goes, I would love to learn how to tell the
course.
future. I would love to learn.
Of course.
And the guy goes, well, come back to my place and I'll teach you. Dave goes, can't you show me now? He goes, no, you've got to come back to my place.
Oh, God. Yep, go
So
on.
it's in a similar vein to what you were talking about before.
Yeah.
So Dave goes back to his place and the guy goes, okay, I'm going to teach you how to tell the future. So he says to Dave, okay, pull down your pants.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I hope there's no babies listening. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, turn off if there are kids listening. Pull down your pants and your underpants and get down on the floor on all fours. And Dave goes, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? The guy goes, do you want to learn how to tell the future? Dave goes, yes, I do. Well, do as I say and get down there. So Dave gets down and his underpants is on the floor. And then the guy from behind with his appendage.
Oh.
And Dave goes, I knew you were going to do that. And the guy goes, see, it's working already.
God. Oh, we have to go.
Sorry.
You're going to be in front of the board, not me.